What's up to all the people? This is Presley Prince, and this is TV episode 10. So I hope y'all are ready. Feel me? So, the title to today's episode, this TV episode 10, is why channel is called Palace Radio. So I wanted to touch on this because someone I used to work with, one of the jobs I worked with, I was on before, you know, I told him I make music, like we already finished our training and everything, we can move on and find find better employment. So like they wanted to keep in touch. Well, he wanted to keep in touch with me. Another person too, shouts out to her. But he wanted to keep me, he wanted us to keep in touch because I told him I rap, I make music. Because okay, one of the people that helped like teach me the job and train me, she found out I was a rapper. She's like, yo, we should keep in touch. Like, let me show me your social media. She sees my social media, and then he sees my social media through like a text message. I think we were messaging each other on like the job's website or something like that, like an app we have with the job. I can't remember how, because I was speaking to her and I was speaking to the gentleman over the other guy. But he's like, why? So he's, I was like, yo, type in my shit. It's called Palace Radio. My rap name is not Palace Radio per se, but it's Presley Prince. If you didn't know, at this point, you niggas should know because you guys are fans of Presley Prince. But he didn't understand it. I don't know why. Maybe because he's from India and I'm from Canada. It's like different ways we, articulate language or different meanings, or what he might do it his own way with that title. I might do it my own way. So I had to explain it. And, I told him, it's all about royalty, black royalty. My name is Presley Prince. So I wanted to continue that theme. But I felt that he was confused about that. And it's called Palace Radio. And if you know, radio is worldwide. You feel me? Like, if you think about it, like Drake, he's on all radio stations across the globe. You know what I'm saying? People play people on the radio, probably, yeah, in UK, you know what I'm saying? And Canada, obviously, and in America, obviously. You feel me? So, when he said he didn't understand, like, what Palace Radio was, like, he was like, I don't really understand the name. I'm trying to understand it. I was like, yo, it's important. When I explained it, cool. But it's important for people to know why the palace is called Palace, why the channel is called Palace Radio. And it's a play on words, like channel, Palace Radio, channeling the frequency like the radio, right? That's a small little bar there. Because everything I say is bars. I'm just that type of nigga. Everything I say is bars. So boom. I was like, let me make a video about this. So the reason why it's called Palace Radio. So when you see, right, this is the first hit. When you see the cover picture of my channel, you see a baby, right? Which is me. I believe I was 1 year old, my first birthday. And you see a woman in the background. That was my grandmother. She's like putting the crown. You know how like when it's a young kid's birthday party, when it's a kid's birthday party, they have like party hats. So the party hat I had was in the shape of a crown. So she's putting the you check the picture, she's putting, the crown on my head and it's blocking my ears, right? So the crown's over and it's blocking my ears with her hand, on top of it. So what that means is, if you think about it, it's like, and it was perfect how it all aligned, how I found that picture. Because I used a picture before for like a song I did, which is called Best Upcoming Artist, which does relate to this because I've been blessed to be, somebody like a creative in the future, somebody that's gonna have a big impact. You feel me? So she's putting a crown on my head, and like, basically it means that you're entering my zone, you're entering my channel. When I have my headphones in my ear, it's what I like, it's what I listen to. I don't have the speakers with niggas in the whip. Of course, people are gonna fuck with my music, but now you're getting in tune with what goes on through my channel, what goes on through my ears, like what my ear to beats, this is my ear, these are the type of beats I like to pick. It's my ear. You feel me? So I'm blocking out all the noise with the crown over with the hand, and I'm blocking out all noise. And I'm only channeling my energy to what I like, to my frequency. So that's why I call it Palace Radio. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm blocking out all the noise and I'm doing what I like. I'm doing what I want to deliver. I make the music I like. I'm not influenced. Like I've been telling you guys this from the beginning. I'm not a product of my environment. The real power comes from not being influenced by your environment. It's being your own person, being your own gangster, following your own path, setting your own path. If the path is not there, it's up to you to create it. You can do it. The goal is to be yourself and get rich. Like, the goal is to be who you are and get money, and always keep your principles and your ethics and always follow that. Do what you want to do. Don't listen to what anyone else is saying, because only you have the story you have to share for the world. No one's gonna tell your story but you. You feel me? It's deep. So like, that's why it's called Palace Radio. Now, hopefully I think I touched that. Yeah, I touched on everything when it comes to that. And also I wanted to touch on one more thing. Actually, I'll cover that at the end. So now I'm gonna explain to you what's on Palace Radio, and also the reason why I didn't say like Pressy Prince is the channel, because I started off saying that, but I changed it to Palace Radio because now the music industry has changed. So now there's no middleman. So the real sauce that's gonna happen in the future is gonna be artists are gonna create their own like channel, like their own websites, their own channel, their own. You see what's going on now? Artists are having having podcasts and talking about. So basically, in the future, it's coming soon. I've been ahead of this. I made this channel probably like what? I don't remember. I do not remember. Probably under a year, maybe almost a year. I can't remember. But it's gonna change. Like, it's gonna change. So now artists they don't need a middleman to market their content, their creativity. You feel me? We're cutting out the middleman where we have to pay these blogs, where we gotta pay these like pages. You feel me? Or these radio station hosts and shit. Now it's gonna be about you create your own channel and you promote yourself through your channel. So your channel will have your music and your behind the scenes like they always do. But mine, I wanted to take it a step further. Since it's called Palace Radio, I wanted Palace Radio to be different stations within just the Palace Radio. You feel me? So on Palace Radio, of course, what we have is my records, Pressy Prince. Make sure you guys go check out my songs, my tracks. I just dropped an EP called Lyrical Bullets Only, created Class 1. So make sure you guys go check that out. I dropped that shit recently. Make sure you guys go flood it. That project is like an interlude project. I'm gonna go more into it later. Alright, let me touch on it. Lyrical Bullets Only, created Class 1 is, I'm gonna just say one quick thing. It's the truth. It's like freestyles in a sense. It's not freestyle. I wrote it, but it's just lyrics. It's straight bars. It's straight storytelling. It's straight reality rap, and you know, and a little bit of a hook. I kind of repeat things, but it's not like a full and concise project where you have the hook, you have the chorus, you have the bridge. I wanted to make Lyrical Bullets Only kind of like an interlude project where you have a verse and you have a hook and that's it, or you have just a verse, or you have a small hook, a long verse, and a short hook to end it off. You feel me? So yeah, so make sure you guys go check that out. So again, yeah, so I have my records on there, Pressy Prince. Make sure you go check it out, and that's my music. So like I was saying, like, we're cutting out the middleman. I'm putting my own content on my channel and I'm promoting it. I'm marketing it in different creative ways. And that's what it's gonna turn into if people are serious. You feel me? So I'm gonna drink some water. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So my records are gonna be on there, my singles are on there, my EPs and my albums are on there, you feel me? So that's Palace Radio. So I gotta put, this is Pressy's channel, Palace Radio, because it's called Pressy Prince. So my alias name is Palace, and there's a reason why it's called Palace, and I'm gonna touch on that in another video. But it's Palace, so I wanted to make it Palace Radio. You're in tune with my sound. So on the channel, I have different types of content. I know I make a lot of videos, and I kind of touched on this a little bit when I start a new kind of video. But there are different kinds of categories to my videos. You feel me? There's different types of channels to go into with my videos. You feel me? So on Palace Radio, I wanted to make it not just the music. Like, you know how artists, they'll have like behind the scenes videos, they'll have their music videos, they'll have their interviews, they'll have their performances. So I wanted to do something like that and show and bring people into my world of Palace Radio and being a meaningful artist. You feel me? So on Palace Radio, we have the teacher of hip hop, where, you know, I'm a student of the game. I've been such a student of the game. I'll probably forever be, not forever, but I'll always be a student of the game. But now I have like the knowledge from rapping and gathering information to create, like, now it's not from a student of the game, it's to like a teacher of the game. So now I'm able to give my expert opinion. Shouts out to Matt Hoffa on that. That's a plug. My take on, you know, hip hop and how hip hop should be done. You feel me? Or the direction you can kind of get influence from me or direction from me, because the teacher of hip hop is called Teacher Hip Hop University. The Teacher of Hip Hop University. It's my game on being a meaningful artist, being an artist with substance. You feel me? On Palace Radio, I'm not the type of artist that you know, talks about shooting guns and fucking bitches and what else do they talk about? Money only, and the car you drive, and I fucked this bitch and I committed adultery, whatever, right? Nah, I'm like meaningful with this shit. I put substance into this shit. I'm trying to make like timeless records, you feel me? I try to put a lot of thought into my shit. So the teacher of hip hop explains that. Then on this episode, this part of the channel, this is the TV Toronto episode, and you know, shouts out to TV Gucci. The reason why I called it TV Toronto, and if you see on the how this video is visually, you know, done, it shows, you see it says TV Toronto, and it shows Toronto, like it shows the landmark, the location of Toronto. So I just wanted to show people this is Palace Radio. It's just like a radio station from New York. They're talking about it from New York. So I wanted to do the same thing. Where, like, what do they call that shit? I think they call that shit, we're reporting live. So I'm saying like we're reporting live from Toronto. This is the state of the game. You know what I'm saying? This is the state of the hip hop game and life and importance and meaning behind everything. You know what I'm saying? I try to make my shit meaningful, right? With real shit to talk about, real talk. So TV Toronto, this is the TV Toronto episode 10, and I touch on hip hop type of content. So I'm only speaking hip hop on TV Toronto. On my records, it's my records. On Teacher of Hip Hop, I break down being a meaningful artist in hip hop. You feel me? It's Presley the Professor. And I put that in my music too. You feel me? I have music and substance in my music. My music is meaningful, and I touched on that so many times, man. Y'all niggas go check out the videos, my nigga. Like, this shit is crazy. I got too much content on hip hop, on a bunch of shit, fam. I'm gonna break it down. Then on the channel I have the Press Play podcast, which I talk about ideology, I talk about ideas, I talk about what's going on in the world, like real topics apart from hip hop. So TV Toronto, you get hip hop, and you know, the Press Play podcast, you get life. So I give more, like, I won't say life advice. It's kind of like life advice, I would say. Like life advice, you feel me? So I'm the teacher of hip hop and I'm giving life advice. P. Then on the channel I have Lyrical Bullets Breakdown. So basically I pick the key quotes from the project, from the songs that I've dropped, and I don't really explain them thoroughly on Lyrical Bullets Breakdown. I just show you guys the key quotes that stand out to me from the songs I did, from the songs I finished, you feel me, and dropped and released, and people check that out, you feel me? So that's Lyrical Bullets Breakdown. And in Lyrical Bullets Breakdown, it's interesting because I'll put the lyrics, but I wouldn't put the instrumentals to the song, you feel me? I wanted to make it a little bit more creative than that, because it's very easy to just, you know, put the music, like, it's easy to do that shit. So my shit is like, you'll see in the background, it'll be like military music. So get it? Like Lyrical Bullets Breakdown, you feel me? So it's like military music. So I'm just trying to make the channel interesting, make the channel diverse, and do this shit, you feel me? So boom, that's Lyrical Bullets Breakdown. Then on the channel, I have something called Read the Scriptures. Now this is very important to me. I wanted to see, Palace Radio is what I'm in tune with, what I like, my type of frequency, you feel me? My satellite, my station, you know what I'm saying? So read the scriptures. God is the most important thing in my life. So Read the scriptures basically is like Bible verses. It's like, okay, it'll be a verse from the Bible, but read the scriptures is there for two things. It's there to help you if you're someone dealing with problems. Like, we all deal with problems in our life, but if you're trying to get close to God and you're trying to figure out how to go about it, or if you have a certain problem in your life and you need God for help, this, I have the verse that will lead you in the right direction to kind of, to fix that problem. You feel me? So, that's how I did it with read the scriptures. And the second option, the second meaning behind it is, I want people to understand that don't just listen to what you heard growing up about God, about Christianity, about Jesus. Like, okay, you're in school, you learn that, maybe you go to church when you're younger, but as you get older, it's very important for you to read the Bible. So read the scriptures is me just saying, read the Bible. I have the Bible verse for you. I want you to go even deeper into that. I want you to dive into that. Feel me? I want to be that spark for you to be like, you know what? That's a good verse of the day and how it relates to my life. Let me go read the Bible now. You feel me? So it's me saying, you read the scriptures for yourself to get the answer. You feel me? Whatever you're going on in life. You feel me? I'm just trying to create the battery in your back to actually push and actually go open a Bible and start reading it. Because once you read the Bible and you finish reading the Bible, and you understand what God wants from you, and you understand the meaning behind the cross and the meaning behind Jesus' death for us to receive eternal life, you're going to have a level of peace and a strong level of understanding about what God wants you to do and about how God directs you in life. You feel me? And the kind of path God is trying to set you on, a righteous path. So it gives you a peace and understanding and commitment to God and a trust in God. You feel me? And so many more, and love and everything that's good and everything that's virtuous. You feel me? So read it for yourself. I can give you the verse, but it's up to you to find the answer out for yourself. So I wanted to put that on Palace Radio. You feel me? That's what we doing here. And then boom, you see how Funkmaster Flex has those freestyles. He'd be like freestyle 081, freestyle 120. You feel me? So, I wanted to do the same thing too. You feel me? Like, imagine a radio station. I'm making it. A radio station is like, yo, Presley, we don't know if we want you to come up yet. Well, come back in a month. Trying to play with me. I'm not taking it that seriously, but trying to play with me. I just put my freestyles on my channel for my fans to check out. And so it's called Palace Radio, and I have the freestyle, the title about the freestyle. I think I'm on my 9th. I'm about to drop my 9th freestyle, so I'm on my 8th freestyle. I'm gonna make it really different. And I freestyle off the top of the dome, so I don't do no written. So you guys are gonna see me just move and try to catch the stride and catch the beat. I'm just trying to. It's almost like a behind the scenes. I don't want to make it so like technical and so like precise and stuff, where I have to write it out and then put the lyrics at the bottom of the screen and say it. Like on Palace Radio, everything is original and the official. The original and the official. Everything is me. Everything is what I want to do. I'm not listening to these guys. You know what I'm saying? Presley is not listening to these guys, my nigga. It's not happening. So that's what it is. So Palace Radio freestyles is crazy. The next freestyles I'm gonna drop, I'm gonna do something that Sway does. I'm gonna steal this guy, this little bit of his sauce. Sway, I'm sorry, Sway, but I gotta steal this from you. I'm not gonna call it the 5 fingers of death, but I'm gonna try to freestyle my way on the transition of beats. You feel me? So you're gonna see me hit pockets. You're gonna see me get on the next beat and synchronize within it, find my stride, find my flow in there, and it's gonna be crazy. You feel me? That's what it is. So that's Palace Radio freestyle. I'm on number 8, about to do number 9. Then on Palace Radio we got a content called A Great Thinkers Album. So this is where it gets deep. Okay, even deeper, right? Whatever. This is interesting. So with this one, I'm really big on being a great thinker. Like, I think I'm a very intelligent, bright, brilliant. I'm very intelligent, smart, brilliant, intellectual. What else? Wise person, knowledgeable person. You feel me? I take knowledge seriously. You feel me? So on A Great Thinkers album, I like to think of myself like an Aristotle, like a Plato, like a great thinker of our generation, of our century. You feel me? So I wanted to do something where it was like you're hearing the voices, because I'm from the melting pot. I'm from Canada. I'm from Toronto. So it's like a melting pot, just like New York. But yeah, in Canada, here in Canada and Toronto, it's a melting pot of different nationalities. So I always grew up with people from everywhere, you feel me, around the world. I have met friends from pretty much every nationality in the world. So I wanted to take what I say, right, philosophically, because the great thing is, album is a philosophical kind of project. So I put a beat behind it, and you're hearing, it's my words. I called it, it's my, what did I say? It's my words. Yeah, it's my words through their mouth. So like you're gonna hear real knowledge and meaningful shit on a beat, like it's a song. But it's like imagine Socrates and Aristotle and Plato made had a discussion about a topic with a beat attached to it, but they're not like flowing on a beat, but they're hitting. It still works. Like you feel the meaning hit the beat too. You feel me? So like the first one I'm doing like the first season where it's Socrates. So you're gonna hear another person's voice like it's Socrates. I try to find a close resemblance to Socrates' voice. I don't know how he sounds. No one knows that. I wasn't born when he was born, right? But you know where he's from. So I wanted to put like a voice that's kind of similar that he would sound like, but he's speaking to it based on the words I've done. So I'll create the meaning behind the title about life as a Great Thinker album. I'll put the beat attached to that that's hitting the meaning of it, right? It's kind of hitting the pockets. Then I'll put Socrates. I'll say like a Great Thinkers album featuring Socrates. So it's my words to their mouth. So different nationalities. I got so many nationalities coming up. I think, let me know, you know, the next nationality. The next nationality I got coming up, or thinker or person or where they're from, is I think it's Europe. I have one. The next one is called FIFA. I wanted to call it FIFA. You hear how those announcers sound and shit at the World Cup, so I wanted to put that in there. I'm gonna have an Indian one. I'm gonna drop. I'm gonna have a Nigerian one. I'm gonna drop. So people from different places. This is the melting pot. So I wanted to put a Great Thinkers album. This is if I wanted it to be like, okay, Presley is in the room with great thinkers in society. I'm not just a rapper doing shows. Nah, I'm actually having real conversations with intellectual minds. You feel me? So I'm gonna talk to the smartest person in India. I'm gonna talk to the smartest person in Africa. I'm gonna talk to the smartest person in South America and Brazil, everywhere. I'm gonna talk to the smartest person. You feel me? So I'm just bringing their tone of voice into using my words. Boom. That's how we rock it. You feel me? So boom. Then next part of the content I have is, and on Palace Radio, you know, I'm always gonna try to create new content when content ends. Right now, we're in a flow state right now. We're new, I guess, in a sense. We've been doing this for under a year. You know what I'm saying? But we got enough to say that we're not just students of the game. We can actually say and teach this shit. You feel me? So I have a part of it also called Art in Action, where I do live performances for my songs. I have like live performances I've done outside of the palace, or outside the kingdom, or outside of my grounds, outside of my city. I don't know, bro. Like Art in Action, not just outside my city. I've been in my city doing performances, so I have that on the channel. I have my live performances I do here. What else do I have on Art in Action? I'm gonna start doing more vlogs. I'm trying to get started on some vlogs for Art in Action, some interesting vlogs, I guess hip hop related. I'm gonna try my best, or just like real hip hop related type shit. What else? Interviews. I have like interviews I've done. So, or I think I have one. I only have one interview, so go check that out on my channel. It's one of my live interviews. It was my first interview, so today I wanted to start off from the roots. So you guys are gonna see that interview. You feel me? So boom. Let me drink some water. You know what I'm saying? having a real discussion, right? Fun though. I love this shit. TV Toronto. I love this shit. Boom. Palace Radio. So next on Palace Radio, I got on it is Docs, No Documents. You feel me? So it's gonna be a series of documentaries. I already got 2 documentaries out. Make sure you guys go check that out. I got the first one I did was African Bloodline Caribbean Descendants. I love being black. So you're gonna check out that black culture I got with that documentary. Right, and then another documentary that I got is The Life of Presley. So it starts off with when I was young, which is off the project called Made in Toronto Intro. So that documentary, it's a series I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna make like 3 of these Made in Toronto documentaries, maybe 4, we'll see, and it's gonna explain my life basically from when I was a baby till where I am now, or where I'll be in the future as well. You feel me? So, and then I think I've touched on almost everything, and then finally on, you know what I'm saying, on Palace Radio, the content we got is Palace Entries by Presley Prince Jr. Ado, the survival guide. You feel me? So I wanted to end it like that because I want, when people listen to my music and ride to my music, I want it to be a survival guide of life. I want people to listen to my content and have truths that I say and ideas and things that are true and real shit, real life. Because look, I forgot what it was called specifically, but they say that a small mind talks about other people. A mid mind talks about events. And a smart mind, a grander mind, talks about ideas. Just like the A Great Thinker album. It's all ideas and I'm bringing out that are true. You feel me? Whether it's the truth that hurts or the truth that heals. You feel me? So that's what we're doing. So I want my Palace Entries to be like a survival guide. The Palace Entries is basically my life's work. Or it's a book of my life. Just like the documentary. But it's a book of my life. So it's going to go from the beginning. It's going to go from the first album I dropped, the meaning to the album, a story based on that album, and that meaning, or a story based on that one song on the album. Because I'll break it down. I'll break down the meaning of the album, the saga, the meaning of the saga we're in. I made an episode called the saga, so make sure you guys go check out that video. I'm going to talk, where I talk about the first saga that we're in Presley's journey in the shit. This marathon, shouts out to Nipsey, and it's a survival guide. You feel me? And basically my ideas, or how I take things, how I move in life, how I move, will be a survival guide to someone coming up. Someone, or I'm gonna inspire someone younger than me, same age as me, or older than me, trying to get it and chase their dreams and trying to even like protect their dreams and protect their sanity, protect their sauce, protect their family, protect their, you know, their relationship with God. You feel me? Being around the right people. It's gonna be a survival guide for the person where they're gonna be like, I rate Presley. Presley's my favorite artist, and he's got these Palace Entries where he talks about the meaning of the song, the meaning of the album, the chapter we're in, the saga we're in. Like, this is my shit. Like, I can like live like this and be a meaningful artist and create my own path. You feel me? So that's what I'm on. And so the Palace Entries are like that. So make sure you go check it out. The Palace Entries are pretty long because it's like every album I drop a Palace Entry. It's like a whole journal. It's a whole meaning, everything. It has stories in there. It has like journals in there. Like you can say they're like manuscripts or whatever. I don't want to say it's a manuscript or something, but it's like letters to myself, all in there. I'm showing you like my struggles, my thinking, what I went, what like the conflict in my head I went through, the decisions that I did wrong, the things I had to learn from, the things I had to embrace. So that's what it is. So that's how we key in it. You feel me? So I think I touched on everything. So hopefully I touched on everything. You know, guys, I love to talk. I love to make sure I get everything correct. You feel me? If I missed anything, it'll be in another video. Thank you guys. This has been great. I had a lot of fun. You feel me? This is TV episode 10. Don't kill me, TV Gucci, from the same place. I just do it in a different way just to show this is live from Toronto, speaking to the world on Palace Radio. I'm bringing, you know what I'm saying? It's Presley is in the building like Elvis. Palace is in the building. You feel me? Peace.